What's going on, everybody? Ruskin here. Welcome back to the channel, and today guys we're doing the top 5 things that ruin zombie maps. Whether you're talking about Treyarch zombies, Sledgehammer zombies, or God forbid that awful Infinite Warfare zombies, here are the 5 things that ruin the maps. So coming in at number 5 is going to be secondary zombies. Now, as you can see on screen here, this could be your Furies, it could be your Keepers. If you're talking about older maps, definitely I think Nova Crawlers, Jumping Jacks, Denizens, ruin zombie maps. I also think, you know, something like the spiders on Zetsubo no Shima are so bad that if I didn't hate the map already, the spiders would be enough reason for me to hate the map. The fact is, I love Keynote or Totem, but dealing with Nova Crawlers is such a pain in the ass. It's so tedious that, you know, they blow up in your fucking face, they blind you, you can't aim at them because they're down too low, or it auto aims at them, and then you're missing the zombies, you know, you're not getting them. As you're seeing here, the spiders web shit up, they shoot at you, it's hard to shoot at them, they can come out of the ground or drop out of the sky and block you off when you're training. The Furies on Revelations will actually knock down your zombies, effectively ruining any train that you might actually, you know, be trying to run. And I can't tell you how many times they've either blocked me off or they've knocked down half my train, and when I go to turn around and come back, whether I'm running a circle, a figure eight, whatever, half my train is still sitting there instead of being behind me because they've had to get knocked down and then get back up. And I mean, just really, secondary zombies are pretty make or break. I don't mind the meatballs, I don't mind, you know, the dogs. Not too fond of the wasps and Revelations, the spiders, Nova Crawlers, Furies. Really don't even like Keepers. So that's going to be our number 5 spot. Bad secondary zombies. Now, coming in at number 4 on our list is actually going to be expensive doors, or expensive, you know, an expensive map in general, but particularly with the doors. As you can see right here in the gameplay, I had 5,000, more than 5,000 points, and just, you know, stayed in the spawn until I had 5,000 points, and spent every single point that I had on doors. Only got about half the map open. This is on Garage Crovey. On Revelations, you could have 10,000 points. Go around and open every single door that you can with your 10,000 points, and you would not have the entire map opened up. To me, that's ridiculous. You're talking about 10, 15 rounds just to open up the doors. You haven't gotten guns yet. You haven't gotten perks yet. You haven't gotten Pack-a-Punch yet. You know, that's unacceptable to me. I think the map Doris, or the Giant, is about an average, what an average map should strive to be as far as, you know, door cost. I think, you know, I used to play Town on Black Ops 2, and I loved it, man. There's, what, a total of 3 doors? 2 of them are $750 and one's $1250. That's it. Hey man, that's all you need. You don't need more than that. You play Zetsubo no Shima and tell me how many points it takes you to open up every single door all at once. I bet it takes you 20,000 points, maybe 30,000 points to open up all the doors on the map. That's ridiculous. As you're seeing right here in Revelations, I had, I don't know, 5,000, 6,000 points, and maybe I get half the map opened up, maybe a little less, I don't know. You know, but to me that's unacceptable, man. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to use these early rounds to build up points so that I can get weapons, so that I can get perks, so that I can get Pack-a-Punch, so that I can get the shield, whatever it is I need, so that come the mid to higher rounds, I can actually play the game. When the setup for a zombie game takes 20 rounds, 15 rounds, dude, it's too long. I'm not wanting to set up the map, I'm wanting to set up myself. So that's going to be number 4 on our list, is expensive ass maps. So now coming in at number 3 on our list, I chose Garage Crovey as the map to get gameplay, you know, to have behind my commentary for this number 3 spot. And the reason is because it's just a perfect map to showcase what this is. Our number 3 spot is going to be tight areas, tight spaces, or limiting your player base. So in zombies, there are about 3 types of people, 3 types of players, really. And then there are combinations maybe, but there are 3 types of players. There are the people that like to train, there are the people that like to camp, and then there are the people who like to run around the entire map. If you make a map that you can't run trains in, then you're eliminating 1/3 of your player base. If you make a map that you can't camp in, you're eliminating 1/3 of your player base. And whenever I've shown somebody how to play zombies who's never played it before, or they're not very experienced and they're trying to get better, I always tell them, watch out for staircases, watch out for hallways, alleyways, narrow, spots. Take the map 5, for example. Very crowded, very cluttered, very tight areas, and that makes it hard to train in anywhere except for that main little middle floor area. Well, this map, Garage Crovey, it's very tight, it's very close quarters, it's really hard to train anywhere, and anywhere you would try and train, the dragon's going to breathe fire in that spot, so it really just rams it right up your ass, man. You're not going to train on this map. Now, you can camp, and that's wonderful, but then you've got other maps like Shadows of Evil where you can't really camp, so there's got to be a balance. If you eliminate any one of those things or have an entire map that's close quarters and staircases and hallways and shit, it's negative. You have to have that balance. And so that's going to take our number 3 spot. Now, coming in at our number 2 spot is actually going to be boss zombies. And let me just give you a little backstory on the clip you're seeing right here so you kind of know what's going on. Like I said, Zetsubo no Shima take about 5, 6, 7,000 points just to even get to the power. So that's what I did. I spent 5 rounds in the spawn, got me about 6,000 points or so, and went and turned on the power. Now, in this time, I haven't bought a single perk, not even quick revive. I haven't even bought a gun. You're seeing me with the locust because I was able to pull it from harvesting a plant pod that I got on like round 3, okay? And a thrasher has already spawned in, okay? It takes literally up to my very last bullet to kill him. And then immediately after killing him, I go get a shield, which is the only, weapon that I have is a shield. But the shield doesn't give you points when you get kills with it. So I'm trying to make my way through round 5 and round 6, and another thrasher spawns in. You'll also notice when these thrashers spawn in that they don't give you a drop for killing them. Now, this is a huge problem for me, because if you're going to have boss zombies, they need to follow some kind of a pattern, some kind of rules, okay? The Panzer is a perfect example of a good boss zombie. He's good. He's a challenging boss zombie, but he only comes at round 12 and every 5 to 6 rounds thereafter, and he always gives you a drop when you kill him, including a drop for the specialist weapon, so that's a great boss zombie. What's not a good boss zombie? I don't know, the Pentagon Thief coming and stealing your gun, the Thrasher that can spawn 6 or 7 times per round, every round, even on round 1, doesn't fucking matter. He doesn't follow the rules, and he never gives you a drop for killing him. Now, the Russian Mangler Soldier, and I've said this before, he's not a tough boss, but he can come at any round he wants, as many of them as he wants, and then you kill all of them, and more can spawn in on the same round. And because he doesn't give you a drop for killing him, there's no reward. There's no reward for killing him. There's no incentive to kill him, so it's not needed. It's not making the gameplay better. It's not making the gameplay more challenging, in a good way anyway. There's no reward. There's no incentive for this. It doesn't feel like something that even makes sense, like, what the fuck? So when you've got a boss zombie that's not balanced properly, that's going to really devastate a map. The Thrashers, for me, make Zetsubo no Shima unplayable. That and 15, 20 other things I hate about the map. But this is going to be our number 2 spot, boss zombies. You guys had to have seen this one coming. Our number 1 spot, hands down, goes to chores, tasks, side quests. Please, please do not call them Easter eggs, because that's not what an Easter egg is. An Easter egg is something as simple as a note laying around that you just happen to see, or being able to get to a part of the map that you weren't supposed to be able to get to. That's an Easter egg. A storyline ending cutscene is not an Easter egg, number 1. And number 2, chores and tasks and side quests are not Easter eggs. They're exactly what I just called them, chores and tasks and side quests. I didn't mind the rituals in Shadows of Evil the first 10, 15, 20, maybe even 120 times that I played the map, and I love Shadows of Evil. However, I refuse to play Shadows of Evil anymore because I have to do those rituals every single time I start up the map, and that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to have to do that. It's ridiculous to have to spend 45 minutes setting up Shadows of Evil, Zetsubo no Shima, Garage Crovey, Revelations. Why? Because you've got to do these crazy fucking tasks to open up essential game functions like Pack-a-Punch. Now listen to me. I don't mind having to go do some shit to get the shield. I don't mind having to go do some shit to get the specialist weapon. But when you're going to tie that to essential game functions like Pack-a-Punch or perks, okay, or the power being on, now I have a problem with it, and I have to do it every single game, and that's unacceptable. So that's going to be our number one spot. That's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Let me know in the comments section, what are your top 5 things that just absolutely ruin zombie maps, drive you insane, and make you never want to play a map again? Let me know in the comments section. If you did like the video, feel free to subscribe, man. I do this every single week. We do more top 5s and loads of other stuff. But until my next video, I'll see you. Bye.